battle. Diddy Kong, Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch wins! Stop battle! Mr. Game & Watch.
No, it's a negative.
All right. Getting into this set, haven't been here for these. I know that. So the weird thing is that Globo kind of destroyed the Game & Watch, right? I'm sorry, he destroyed the Diddy with Game & Watch. But against Mar, he kind of got destroyed as Game & Watch versus the Diddy. So, you know, I think it's just a playstyle difference from Hakii and Mar that results in Globo doing differently versus the characters. But Hakii going up 2-1 here. One thing that's good about Hakii is that he is a counterpick king. He plays like he can probably win a local, I think, with about 10 characters probably. Sheik, ZSS. Actually, maybe nowadays, honestly, he probably couldn't. I think Austin's too competitive. Assuming that the PR's here, he could probably win it with like 5 characters. But the Ditto, so Globo actually won the Ditto last time that they played. I think they had a whole set of just the Ditto. And Globo low-key sauced him. So I want to see if Hakii's made any adaptions. I think I asked Hakii about it, and he just said like he wasn't getting the confirms. His stuff was, you know, not working. And we know ZSS, not the most consistent character. She does fall out, especially of her own moves. That sounds kind of like hell, trying to combo ZSS as ZSS. But this Ditto especially must be so strange because ZSS's biggest advantage is that she's so mobile. Like, she is probably, besides Sonic, honestly, even than Sonic, because her aerial speed is just way better, she's probably the most mobile character in the game in terms of like overall movement, which means that when you're seeing two of them fight, it's super high-octane gameplay and it's really exciting, but like, they're just mashing. Because there's not really time to do like a super calculated strike. Like when you're watching like Mega Man versus Kazuya, it's a lot of like trying to keep each other out and then go for that one big read. In this matchup, there's so much stuff happening that you kind of just have to throw stuff out and hope it hits. And of course, the people who win this set, right, are the ones who make those big reads and get those reads in that short period of time, right? Like if you get a really big jump read here, you can take a stock really early. The problem is that with so many hitboxes flying out and both people being so fast, it's really hard to hit each other. Like, they will go 30 minutes or 30 seconds of just kind of running around each other. Wow, what a good roll read from Globo, and that takes the stock mid-stage to 100. And especially in this matchup, getting the sleep must feel really, really good because ZSS, a character that kind of struggles to kill unless you get those up Bs, right? That's her main kill move. Good job equalizing it from Hakii. One thing I want to see from Globo more is that Hakii's a player who struggles sometimes with being a little bit too aggressive. He knows when he has to camp. When he's fighting like an FGC, he's at this point committed to camping very hard. But against Globo, he's just kind of going into mashing. And I think if Globo commits to trying to slow the game down a little bit and just saying, hey, I know you're going to run at me, do some sort of fair or zair or maybe like a landing up air, he gets out of the way and actually whiff punishes. Because right now it's just pure spaghetti. Like, they're just throwing stuff at each other. And I feel like at this point it's not really like a who's the better, ZSS wins. And it's more just like who, oh my goodness, what a good call out. But it just kind of feels like it's like whose autopilot is better. Because this game really does just feel like autopilot central. It's just two people going at it, doing their main, you know, basically flowchart advantage state. Or honestly, flowchart neutral, but ZSS neutral is advantage state because the character's broken. But one thing about Dittos that I find very interesting is that a lot of people understand the gimmicks of their own characters very well. So stuff like ZSS down smash ledge trapping or ZSS flip kick, these options that you don't really know how to deal with unless you know the matchup really well. Wow, that was a really good call out. But even though he gets past the ledge trap, Hakii gets a really good call out just randomly mid-stage with the up B. I love that from him. And going into last stock, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be last hit. Of course, ZSS can take early stocks. This could be an early stock. No, gets 67, though. So much damage, especially on ZSS, who's so light. This is legitimately one down smash on ledge from killing. Like, I'm pretty sure this kills now. Especially now. Like, one up B out of shield on ledge, one down smash on ledge is a guaranteed kill. Yeah, that's game. It's just, wow. I'm very curious to see if Hakii will switch to the Diddy Kong because we know that he has historically preferred Diddy Kong, at least recently, I guess. Although historically he's been, you know, a ZSS main for the longest time, I think. But I'm guessing he's going to go Diddy Kong. I'd be really surprised considering that he has counterpick and he lost the Ditto now and before. I'd be really, really surprised if he continued it. Taken about 8 years to find a stage. Classic Hakii, classic Globo. I love Globo's tag. It's interesting. It's very makes me feel some kind of way, you know. I feel like jittery inside, like kicking my feet back, you know. Okay, can they please choose a stage? Oh boy, C Money coming up. One more game left for C Money to commentate.
Wow, dude.
So getting into wow. Okay, so I think Globo kind of understood that if he has to fight ZSS versus the Diddy Kong, he's just going to lose. And he knows that if he goes Game & Watch, he's going to go ZSS. So he essentially, even though he does get the counter pick and Hakii gets the choice of what matchup he wants to counter pick, Globo does get the choice of what matchup he wants to get counterpicked in, because it's either going to be Game & Watch versus ZSS or his own ZSS versus the Diddy, right? So I think Globo honestly making the smart choice here, because we've seen him win this matchup before, and we've also seen, even though, yes, he lost the first couple games in this matchup, it wasn't, like, undoable, right? Like, it was definitely a possible matchup, so I want to see if there's any adaptations made. The problem with Game & Watch a lot of the time is that the character has a flowchart, and aside from maybe, like, I think Young Link probably has a better flowchart, and then maybe, like, Cloud. Game & Watch flowchart is insane. You can just kind of stand mid-stage, nair forever, and then eventually up the out of shield, and then you just win the match. C Money, let's hear your thoughts. What do you think about Game & Watch in this current meta?
Busted.
Bust? You think he's busted?
I think, yeah. I think Meister just sucks.
Low-key spitting. Meister's ass.
Like, yeah, just
Did you see
take some notes from me.
Were you watching Smash Factor?
Yeah.
Did you see Meister almost lose Game 5 to Leon in a +3?
Unforgivable.
Game & Watch. Okay, I don't think you can understand how bad Game & Watch Bowser is. Like, it's.
I can see it because I played Game & Watch Diddy.
That one sounds just as bad. Honestly, maybe worse.
Yeah,
actually,
like,
probably not as bad because at least you have like kind of a sword-ish.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've got the range.
But Bowser just gets grabbed and he dies. Like his stock's over.
Ooh, not quite gonna kill.
Good SDI. I mean, good DI there from Globo. And
Yeah.
on Lich, this is where you really make your money, because when you're playing two characters that are both equal, like very, very light, both of them, the way that you kind of win the set is by living a little bit longer than your opponent. For example, last set when he's fighting Game & Watch versus or ZSS versus Bayo, both super squishy characters where if you can keep your stock to like 130, 140, 150, it makes it so much easier to play, because when you're playing such a strong character offensively that can rack up damage like ZSS or Game & Watch, if you live, get a little bit of rage, it makes it so scary for your opponent.
I like this. I like this high level
Up there
knowledge
killed. Wow.
I'm learning about these matchups, but Hakii gonna take the first stock.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Roken almost did an oopsie,
Oopsies.
but he did not. It's okay.
Yep. Okay, Dash Shack. Oh!
Wow, he died there. So that's one thing that I honestly don't like much from Globo's gameplay, is that I notice a lot of the time he'll have an edge guard with a back air, and what happens is even though he won't kill them immediately, he sends them off stage, and he gets a very easy second back air, but he will some reason just go down there and go for an uppie instead. And sometimes going for the uppie is a good thing, right? But sometimes he misses it barely and then loses advantage state. And this is an example where, like, yeah, he got the kill here, but oh my god, it's so close. He can't afford to make any mistakes at disadvantage right now because ZSS will take the stock.
He tried to hit Globo with the Globo, but Hakii probably invented it first.
What's the Globo?
I seen him hit that, like the down smash into flip kick.
So down smash up B, that's the Globo?
No, the flip kick, the one where you go like this.
Oh.
Because the up won't hit.
I'm pretty sure that's every ZSS ever.
I know.
But regardless, it is the Hakii now. He's taken it. So this is a matchup that historically is super interesting for like top level ultimate, because that doesn't kill, right? ZSS is broken. Oh my goodness. No, but this matchup for a while has been really interesting at top level, because we've seen that Meister specifically has gone up against Mars constantly, and their sets are always very close. And I think Mars used to have the upper hand early ultimate because of the matchup, but with the ZSS, I know that Mars has said that with the ZSS nerfs and the increased or decreased safety of shield on that neutral air, means that Game Watch can now up out of shield in air. and it makes the matchup way harder because you can no longer just do safe pressure from far away.
Interesting.
You kind of have to get in and do that damage, which is obviously possible, right? ZSS has such amazing movement against Game & Watch that you kind of just jump around him. But if you make a mistake and he's up smashing, you die. If you make a mistake, he down smashes,
Down
you
smash,
die.
you die.
If he F tilts, you die. If he down tilts, you die. If he gets a back throw off stage, you probably die. If he gets a side B, you die. Like, there's so many options where Game & Watch will just kill you from a random interaction that it gets super scary to play in these Game 5 scenarios because, hey, you're trying to have like an honest, fair game play. Both last stock, oh, you got hit by a down smash at 40, right? So Globo has to take the stock now and then look for some sort of cheese because when you're already this behind, ZSS packs on damage super fast.
Hakii refuses to die right now.
Yeah, like as I said before, you need to basically maintain those stocks and survive until late. And at 160, Game & Watch, although he kills super early, he struggles to kill at later percents because he only gets kills from advantage state usually.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a cheese kill neutral, right? But
Yeah.
with the forward air, oh no. That's just up air damage. That's like
Yep.
40 already. So much. I want to see how Globo tries to get more damage on here because, I mean, he can try going like the up out of shields and stuff and more nairs, but he's just straight up losing neutral, generally speaking, to Hakii doing Zairs and doing neutral airs. And back airs. Like, he's whiff punishing stuff like the Game Watch neutral B, or I mean, Game Watch neutral air and back air with his own back air. And it means that Globo can't really play neutral very safe. He has to go for some sort of committal option. And here it gets so scary because on ledge, a back air kills, down smash kills, flip kick kills. How does Globo get off? Oh, neutral air ends up.
Okay, staying grounded. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, and it seems like kind of like they're both kind of getting openings, but Hakii's kind of getting 2-1. Like he's winning a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, and just that little bit of increased openings that you get is really important when you're playing characters like ZSS because you can't afford to lose neutral interactions against. Like this is stock. If he messes up on ledge here, that was a death. Right?
Yeah.
Nice Carlo with the up smash.
Yep. Hakii's gonna take it. Loses
Wow, Game
finals.
5 last stock, basically last hit. Great job from Hakii.
Yep. Defending our home turf. Now he's got to fight Big Nate.
Big Nate.
Big Nate.